What's going on, everybody? So we're gonna be doing a little bit of cold calling live. So if anybody that doesn't know me, I used to cold call like crazy back in the day. I used to do 5-6 hours a day for a few years. We built a pretty large cold calling company and a pretty large wholesaling company as well, based off of nothing but cold calling. So I'm going to jump into this list. It's pretty much all vacant landowners. We do this virtually, so vacant land works really well. And all of these owners own a property, but they live in a different state than the property's at. So this list is hot. We've already done a few deals off of this list. Hopefully we can get some more. I got about 1,000 records to go through. I probably won't get through even a quarter of them, or not even that. I'm probably only going to do maybe 20 calls right now. But I'm hoping that anybody that's watching this can pick up some gems and maybe learn a script or two on how we're talking to our sellers. And never know, maybe we'll pick up a lead live for y'all. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you go subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Virtual Wholesaling Ninjas. And I'm going to be doing a lot of this live cold calling for y'all too. So I guess we'll jump into the calls. All right. So this guy owns a lot in Orlando, Florida, but he lives in Georgia. Peachtree, Georgia. Let's see if we can't get a hold of him. Let's see. So our cold calling company that we own, we actually use Mojo Dialer. So if I was actually cold calling, I would probably be using Mojo Dialer right now. But I just wanted to jump on here and actually do a live video for y'all on how you can start closing some deals. If y'all know me, you know, nowadays I hate cold calling. I just hate it with a passion. And what's crazy is I used to spend 6 to 8 hours a day for like 3 years doing it. That probably is why I hate it now. But if y'all don't know what wholesaling is, this is a business that you can literally make 6 figures per month doing. You can make a lot of money wholesaling. And it's almost like being a real estate agent, except you don't actually need a license to do this. But you got to make sure you do it the right way so you don't get in trouble. I'm actually a licensed realtor here in Oklahoma, but I don't really use my license really at all. I just have it just in case I ever come across deals here I want to buy and then relist. This guy owns a really small lot. It's not even a quarter of an acre. We got a few good leads off this list already this last past week. Let's see if we can't keep it rolling.
Please leave your message for
Dr. Richard Sobel.
Hey, Richard, my name's Kenneth. Hey, I'm calling about your property in Orlando off of Concord Street. Hey, we're looking to buy in the area. We've actually been buying a few lots the past couple months. If you're interested in selling, can you call me back at 904-531-4775? I'm going to shoot you a quick text message too that you can reply to. All right, Richard, thank you. Whoa, the voicemail let me know that that was actually the owner. So I'm going to go ahead and send this guy a text. You know, in our wholesaling company now, we do a lot of mass text messaging, and that's why when you start cold calling just takes so much time and effort. That's why we have a cold calling company. Like, we have last time I checked, I think we have 8 callers right now that's calling for us full time, and we have over almost 200 cold calling clients in our company. So if anybody wants a cold calling service that has been trained how to do this the right way, definitely message me. And Eduardo, what's going on, man? When you say join your team, are you saying are you a realtor, or are you wanting to learn how to wholesale and flip houses and land? Peachtree. Let me send this text message real quick before I forget. Hey, man, I'm not good with pronouncing names today. Eduardo. Do me a favor, text me. You can text me at 405. Well, I'll give you a couple seconds so you can write this down or get your phone out. Let me write out this text and I'll give you my number. Then you can text me and we can kind of discuss on how you can learn this business. I've been doing this since late 2013, so 10 years now. My gosh, time's flying. And we have a pretty large operation. We spend about 6 months here in the United States, and we spend the other 6 months out in Spain. So my business is kind of virtual. We do this pretty much with just a laptop, and that's it. And the reason why is because we live, in a different country half the year. So this business is great if you're wanting to do this virtually, man. We do land and houses, mostly land now. We're doing anywhere from 8 to 10 deals a month. And, I don't think we've actually done a house deal now in the last couple months, really. But we've really been focusing on land. Land is so easy, man. Like, oh my gosh, you won't understand. You don't believe how easier it is to get a deal with land than it is a house. So, my phone number is 405-561-2263. That's 405-561-2263. Anybody that watches this, feel free to text me if you're wanting to learn how to wholesale houses or land. Okay, where was I? Okay. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm just doing these one by one. I normally, if I was actually cold calling full time like I used to, I would have a system called Mojo Dialer. It's about $150 a month. And what that does is it allows me to call 3 phone numbers at one time. And what's great about that is you get a lot more contacts. Doing it this way, if you spend an hour doing this, you might only talk to 5 or 6 people. If you do it the other way with Mojo, within an hour, you'll talk literally about 20 to 25 people. So Mojo is definitely more of an efficient way to cold call. But I wanted to jump on here and do some live cold calling for y'all and show you how we kind of built our business from the ground up and how you can do it too. And pretty much this list I'm calling right now, I paid $30 for this list. I think there's a little over 2,000 records on it. And I'm going through one by one cold calling these people. I'm using True People Search to find the phone numbers. And since we've got this list, we've had this exact list right here for almost 2 months. We've made a little over $30,000 off of this list. So you can make a lot of money without a lot of money. So that's the benefit of wholesaling and why I think people should really look into wholesaling and get into the business. So this property I'm about to call is in Dallas, Texas. The owners live in Ladera Ranch, California. Ooh. Hey Eduardo, I got your message, man. I'll once I'm done with this little video, I'll go ahead and give you a text back. The list that I'm calling, I got it actually off of ListSource. And I'm sure you're probably wondering how I got this list for only $30. Well, I have a kind of a hack that I teach in my program that you can get into ListSource for only 3 cents a piece, which is crazy because without that hack, the leads and records you get out of ListSource is going to cost you, for a list like this, about $2,000. So with the hack, you're saving about $1,000 and some change or so.
Hi, you've reached Alicia Bromletta. Sorry I missed your call. Leave a message, and
This
I will
is the
get back
wife.
to you just as soon as I can. Thanks so much, and have a great day.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Robledo. My name's Kenneth. Hey, I'm calling about your property in Dallas, Texas, off of Beckley Ave, or it looks like Beckley View Ave. We're buying lots and land in that area. We're actually even buying houses. If you guys are interested in selling that lot, or if you have any houses in the area you want to sell, can you call me back at 904-531-4775? I definitely would appreciate it. Thank you. So one thing with cold calling, guys, you got to keep in mind that the worst thing they can do is cuss you out, which can suck sometimes. But if you just keep that in the back of your mind that, hey, everybody I'm calling today is going to cuss me out, when you do get somebody that doesn't cuss you out, it's like a surprise. Oh, boy. All right. This one right here, this property we're about to call is in Tampa, Florida, big old Hillsborough County. I used to go down to Tampa all the time. I love Tampa. I don't miss that Florida humidity, though. Oh, my gosh. It sucks. Why do I feel like I've already called this one? Well, I guess we're going to call it again, if I have. There we go. So why do we go after vacant land? I know people are going to ask me that question. I've had it asked before. Vacant land, guys, there's no competition. What I mean by that is most people nowadays, they're trying to go after houses.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 70330.
So most people nowadays, man, people are going after houses nowadays. Like houses is like the thing to do, is the sexy thing to do. If you tell somebody, hey, yeah, I'm a land investor, you're like, you're a what? You're a what investor? I'm a land investor. What do you mean land investor? What they don't realize is you can make more money flipping land than you can a house. The reason why is the owners of the land, they don't have an emotional attachment to it. They'll let it go literally pennies on the dollar. We bought, I think it was close to 5 acres, and it was either, I think it was New Mexico or Arizona. Bought it under $1,000 just because it's desert land. They just didn't want it. So land, there's like hardly any competition with land. And the other thing, being virtual, if we get a property locked up on a contract, we get a contract signed on land, and we need to get buyers to that land, the sellers aren't going to meet the buyers there. There's not a house. So you're really cutting out that chance that your seller might start talking to your buyer, and then they might decide that, hey, let's save some money and just do this ourselves. So that's why we target land. I'm not saying we don't go after houses. I'm not saying houses isn't good to go after. We actually still do house deals. We just don't do much of them right now anymore. Maybe once the market kind of slows back down. When COVID hit, everybody and their brother wanted to get into real estate with their license and wholesaling. You had a large influx of people come in trying to get their license. I think it was a 60% influx of new agents. So how many people you think came in that wanted to learn how to wholesale? So right now you have the people that came in during COVID. A lot of them obviously aren't being taught how to do this business the right way. A lot of them are now starting to get burnt out. Same with real estate agents. A lot of the agents are getting burnt out, not really knowing how to do the business. They're starting to fall off, and you're going to start seeing the market cool back down with houses, and it's going to make it easier for the wholesalers to get back in and start doing deals. And that's kind of why it's been a little tough the last couple of years. If anybody that watches this wonders why. So we went from closing anywhere from 12 to 18 deals a month all the way down to 5 to maybe 8. But we're back up to maybe 8 to 10 now. So this business is a roller coaster, and it is definitely affected by things that are happening in the world right now. So keep that in mind. So this person we just called, well, there's like 4 phone numbers here. What I like to do when I use True People Search, it'll tell me when the last phone number was last reported. So the older ones, there's like a phone number here reported in 2002. I'm not going to call that. And it's a landline. Most likely that's going to be a bad number. And that's just me. My code callers in my code calling company that's doing the calls for us, they're calling every number that's on the list. But for me, I'm really just wanting to get in front of somebody. I would like to get a lead live for y'all so you can see how easy this is. I say easy, but all right. Okay. This property is in Tampa. The owners live in Nashville, Tennessee. If anybody that's in here wants to ask any questions, feel free to do so. Jamie Duncan. If y'all haven't joined my Facebook groups yet, I have 2 Facebook groups. One for houses. It's Virtual Wholesaling Ninjas. I think I have a little over 5,000 people in that group. And then I have a group, Land Ninja Academy. That one has about 500, but we just started that group, and that's really focused just for people that want to flip land.
Hi, you reached the voicemail for Jamie Duncan with Bill Nashville. Please leave a message or feel free to text me for a faster response. Thank you and have a great day.
Text me. Hey, Miss Jamie. My name's Kenneth. I'm calling about a property in Tampa off of Alfred Street. I'm calling because we're looking to buy that property if you want to sell it. If you could call me back at 904-531-4775, I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and do what you told me in your voicemail and just send you a quick text. All right, talk to you later. Thank you. She sounded like a nice person, so I'm going to go ahead and text her. So what I'm pretty much messaging her right now is, hey, my name's Kenneth. I'm calling you about your property over off of Alfred Street in Tampa. We are looking to buy it. There's a lot of different scripts out there, guys. There's a lot of different ways you can talk to your sellers. I've tried them all, but there's one thing that I've noticed that works the best. Is having enthusiasm when you're talking to your sellers. You can have whatever script you want. Like, you can say whatever, but if you don't have enthusiasm, if you don't have that drive behind your voice, people just, I mean, even they could be the most motivated person on the planet Earth. I mean, they could need money for a ransom, but if you don't sound like you're motivated to actually buy the property, they're probably not going to sell to you. So this property I'm looking up, it looks like, okay, so it looks like they bought the lot and they built a new construction home on it. So I'm not going to get them. I'm going to actually mark them a different color because they could be a builder and they could be potential buyers for some of our other lots in that area. So if you ever see that, remember that if they just built something on the lot, they could be They could be your buyers. Rogue, hustling. What's up, man? What's going on? We're just doing some live cold calling, man. Trying to snatch some leads live. If you guys haven't done it yet, make sure you go and subscribe. Just subscribe to my YouTube, please. Craziest thing happened for me. So about, what was it? 4 years ago, I think. I started this YouTube and it was growing pretty quick. And we were doing some big things with different podcasts and just different channels for advertisement. Then I got a call from immigration. which my wife is from Spain. And so my wife is from Spain. So we've been going through this crazy immigration process. And in order for her to be able to go back home to Spain and then come back to the United States legally, there was a few things that they required me to do, and one of them was to prove my income. So I had to go and I had to start new forms of my company. I had to change it from I think it was an S corp to an LLC, and then I had to go in and do a bunch of different weird things. And 5 years later, we're finally done with the immigration stuff. And now we can go to Spain without fear and having to come back and then not being able to come back. Sharon. So for anybody that's watching, this list that I have about a little over 1,000. I think it's closer to 2,000 people on it. This list that I pulled, it's people who own vacant lots all over Florida and Houston and Dallas, but they don't live in the same state as the lot. So it's pretty much out-of-state owners. Since we've had this list, we've done a few deals on it. We made, I think, close to $30,000 off of this one list already. And we're trying to create a YouTube video on how you can do this business with little to no money by pulling a list and doing these one by one. And we've made about $30,000 so far. So we'll have a YouTube video drop in on how you can do this. There's a bunch of golfers outside my window right now. That's one thing I don't like about living on a golf course. Is one, I hate golfing. I can't say I hate it. I've never actually been golfing, but you can't hate something you haven't tried. I mean, you can, but you know what I mean. Okay. We're going to give this lady a quick call and see if she wants to sell her land. Heck yeah, Rogue. I'll get that video hopefully in the next week or two.
Telephone number 214-375.
So I'm making sure that I'm calling the landlines on this phone number. This lady is in her 60s, and a lot of people in their 60s and 50s have a landline. So don't always assume that only a wireless is the way to get a hold of them. You know, Rogue, I've heard that. I've heard that a lot of business deals are made on a golf course. So I've thought about going and getting a golf polo and buying a golf club and just going out there and pretending to know what I'm doing and striking up some conversations. I just sit here in my office and I just look outside and I see them out there golfing and they're just standing around. I'm like, how can that be fun? Like, I just don't understand it. But my mind always has to be doing something, though. Always. Back in the day, if you go in my Facebook group, Virtual Wholesaling Ninjas, I had a ton of videos of these live cold calling sessions. I used to sit in the desk for 6 to 8 hours a day and just cold call and cold call.
We're sorry, you have reached.
So what I'm doing, any person that I do not get a response from, or if I can't find accurate information, in our company, we have a cold calling company. So our company does all of the calling for us. By the way, if anybody is needing a marketing channel, hit me up. I have a cold calling company and I have over 180, I think, clients right now who are using our service. We will send you motivated seller leads straight to your email. But anyways, so what I do is I usually don't cold call myself anymore. We do something called a blind offer, which these are all blind offers. So what we do is we create these letters, which is a contract telling the owner of the land that, hey, we want to buy your land and we want to buy it at this price, which is typically about 25 to 30 cents on the dollar. We literally will send these contracts to the sellers. They'll turn around, sign them, send them back to us without even talking to us. And we'll have a signed contract ready to go. So, you know, that's one of the ways we market. We're doing a lot of blind offers with text messages too. So we're doing a lot of different marketings. Is the location of the land crucial? It is and it's not. You got to keep in mind the type of deals you're wanting to go after is going to kind of dictate the type of land you're going after. An example, if you're wanting to go after the cheaper land that you can buy and then turn around and sell and create passive income, you're probably going to want to buy the cheaper ones, and you're going to want to find that in rural areas, so like desert land, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, San Diego County, California. You can actually buy some really cheap land in California in the desert. So the location is crucial, but it's only crucial for the type of land you're going after. So if you're wanting to go after the bigger flips and you're wanting to buy the vacant lots to flip to builders, then you probably want to stay in really any big city in the United States that's like a metropolitan city that you can go in and find vacant lots and flip those to builders. And you wouldn't want to go after rural land in those cities because there's probably not going to be much because it's going to be a city. If you want to go after agricultural land, you're probably going to be somewhere in the Midwest or in some of your states that have agricultural land. Like in Florida, I don't like agricultural land, so I stay away from Ocala, Florida. Ocala is a really big city for agriculture. Ocala, though, itself, the city itself, you know, you can go after vacant lots and stuff there. But in our business, we really go after buildable lots, infill lots, and we'll go after acreage, which is rural. So we just don't like the agricultural land. That's what we try to stay away from, agricultural. And it's no reason why we stay away from agriculture land. Is just I don't like dealing with it. It's really hard to find buyers for that. But if you have the money to buy that land yourself, you can probably buy it and rent it to farmers and stuff. For us, we just like the quick flips. We like to buy a lot, get a contract to buy it for $10,000, $15,000, flip it to $30,000 to $40,000, make a quick $10,000 to $20,000, and move on to the next one. So that's what we're doing. And yeah. Ruskin, Florida. I don't remember. I lived in Florida for years and I don't remember where Ruskin is. Yeah, man, if you have a deal that you need help finding a buyer for, definitely hit me up and I'll see what we can do. One of my students that's gone through my one-on-one coaching program has WeJV. So if you're one of my students, obviously I'm only going to charge you 20% of the profit, whereas another wholesaler is going to charge you about 50%. But we just JV'd on a deal out in Arkansas. This is an acre in Ruskin, Florida. Let's go ahead and find the phone number to this guy. Jose Renteria, Lexington, South Carolina. Do you make a music? If you do, you should hop on a feature with me. I don't make music, man. I wish I did. I like listening to music though, so if you make music and you got a good song, man, send it my way and I'll play it. Give me something to vibe to.
The person you are trying to reach.
The person you are trying to reach is unavailable at this time. This is one of the reasons why I don't really do cold calling myself anymore.
80.
When I hit 30 years old, I think I got adult ADHD, and it's hard for me to really sit in one place. That's why I'm glad I have that cold calling company. Oops. Yeah, man, connect with me on IG. I got some good content on IG. I've really been posting consistently on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and I think that's all of them. I just started a Twitter, but I don't understand how to tweet. I probably never will, so this property's already on the market. Keep that in mind, guys, that if you ever are calling these lists and you see properties that are on the market being sold with a realtor, you're on the right track because those are people that actually want to sell. You should be worried if you don't see that from time to time on your list. Wow. Okay, so this guy owns a property in Florida, but he lives in Michigan. You know what's interesting? I had a a lead today. She told me that there's 15 different heirs to the property, and the heirs that they can get a hold of don't want the property, and she told me I can just have it, but then I would have to... Oh man, this lady passed away. That's sad. She said I could just have it, but I would have to find the other heirs. But I'm like, I don't think I'm going to spend the time to go find 15 heirs if the family can't even find them. That's a lot of heirs to try to find. I never heard of that, man. Writing off your time. That sounds interesting. I might have to look that up. If you can do that, that would be great. I might be jumping on these lives more often. Yeah, one heir is definitely enough to ruin it all. I used to, I was telling you, I used to do this like hours and hours every single day. I still enjoy it. Just chilling here, drinking coffee, talking to my investor homies on YouTube. It's pretty fun. Montebello, California. We were actually just out in San Francisco not long ago. We actually took a road trip from Oklahoma all the way up to Washington. Found you. Well, I might have found you. Let's see if you were actually you.
We're sorry.
That's not you. Let's see if you are you. So what I'm going to do, these people that I don't get a hold of, I'm marking my Excel sheet as green. And then I'm going to use a system called Mail Merge. And what Mail Merge does is it creates individual contracts for each person. And I'm just going to send them all a letter saying, hey, I want to buy your land for $10,000, even though it's worth $100,000. You want to sell it? You won't believe how many people will just sell their land though, because it's just sitting there. Nobody really hits them up like they do with houses.
We're sorry, you have reached.
Heck yeah, man. The shorts right now are like, man, I need to start posting more shorts. I mean, shorts are getting a ton of subscribers. But thanks for being here, man, for sure. This business is awesome. I have a big passion for it. One of my students that went through my training program back in right before COVID hit. Last I talked to him, it was actually before the thing with Ukraine went down. But last I talked to him, he was closing almost $30,000 a month in Ohio. Russian Mirage. Yeah, have you ever heard of wholesaling? I mean, do you know the process behind it and how everything works, or? Okay. Yeah, you can wholesale land, man. We wholesale land and houses. We've been really focusing mostly on land though, because it's the house market's kind of saturated right now because of everybody wanting to learn it because of COVID. But yeah, I've over the last 5 years, I've done over 200 coaching sessions with people all over the world that have learned this business. Which I definitely enjoy teaching people how to do this. This has to be him. Let's just call this number and see. This guy has the same last name, but a different first name, so it's probably the same guy. Or maybe the same. Whoa.
The wireless customer.
Yeah, I have I think 3 or 4 IGs. The one you're gonna want to follow, what is my picture? Let me see what my picture is. I don't know if you heard that. I have quite a few IGs for different marketing things I do with Facebook and Meta. I think I told you all I'm also a realtor too. No, it's I'm gonna have to change that. It's actually at Virtual Wholesaling Ninjas. Oh man, I forgot to plug my laptop in. Go join my Facebook group, Land Ninja Academy and Virtual Wholesaling Ninjas. And yeah, add me on Instagram, man. If you find any land, just let me know and I'll see if it's something that any of my buyers are interested in. Let me plug my laptop in. I might have to go get me another cup of coffee here soon. All right. About 51 minutes. So this is the benefit, guys, of definitely having a system like Mojo Dialer. So I've been calling for about 51 minutes. I think I've only talked to maybe 3 or 4 people. I talked to a little more than that. If I was using Mojo Dialer, though, I would have had at least 20 different conversations. So definitely look into getting Mojo if you want to start cold calling. If you don't want to cold call yourself, let me know and I'll hook you up with my cold calling company. I usually use Mojo Dialer. I'm just doing hand dialing right now with Google Voice for this video. My cold calling company, we use Mojo Dialer though for that.
Please leave your message for 612202494.
No, Mojo Dialer allows me to Mojo Dialer calls 3 people at once. So you can do a lot more calls and stuff that way. So that's why we use Mojo Dialer. But Mojo Dialer is $150 a month. So this video, I'm trying to show people you can do this business with a free tool, you know. You can still make calls and get a hold of people. Obviously, it's going to take longer than using Mojo, but some people out there, they don't have a whole lot of money to get going, so they can't afford Mojo right now. So there we go. So yeah. The great thing about this business is, I mean, really the money is great, you know, but a lot of my students that go through my program, the thing they love about this is once they get their first deal, they usually make they'll make what they'll make in the quarter of the year in one deal. Some of them will even make more money on their first deal than they'll make a whole year at their job, which is crazy. I might have to go get me another cup of coffee. All right, Rogue. I appreciate it, man. Stay in contact, bro.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
The number you dialed is not in service.
We're going to go ahead and send them a letter as well. Oops, don't want to do that. There we go. All right, John, hopefully you will pick up and say, yeah, I'll sell my land to you for pennies on the dollar.
Where's that?
The subscriber you have done. The subscriber you have dialed is not in.
Okay, Mr. John, you are not gonna help me out today. That's okay. Maybe this other John here will. 2 Johns in a row. Lives in Georgia, but owns a lot in Florida. Getting a lot of those today. Ow. Oh. Why you gotta do that to me? Let's try you. Okay, both these Johns didn't work out. Let's see if this James will work out. Oh boy. I could use a nap, I think. San Antonio, Texas. Come on, Jose. Jose Suave. Jose, can't you see? No.
Please leave your message for 702277164.
Hey, Jose, my name's Kenneth. Calling you about your property over off of Vale Street in Wimoma, Florida. Wanted to see if you might be wanting to sell it. If you are, can you call me back at 904-531-4775? I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and call this number right here. Man, what's going on today? Well, at least this list has produced quite a few deals for us already. I would like to get a couple more though. Piscataway. 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 Away. Oh. Pravina ready. I think I found you. Let's see if you pick up your phone and sell me your property, pennies on the dollar.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Hello, this message is for Miss Pravina. Hey, I'm calling because I saw you might own a property in Thonotassa, Florida, off of Stone Lake Ranch. I wanted to see if you might be interested in selling. If you are, can you call me back at 904-531-4775? Thank you. Wimoma, Wimoma, young. Wimoma, young. Wimoma, young. Oh, my ADHD is going crazy right now, but we're gonna push through this, guys. We're going to push through this because that's what we do. That is what we do. We push through things. What do you mean? Oh. But why? Why? Okay, we got one right in Jacksonville. Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, that does not look pretty. It looks like money, though. Let's see if they want to sell it. Guys, we have made a decent amount of money off of this list already. But I feel like there could be some more deals on this list. Look at that. There you are. Let's see if we can't get a hold of this gentleman here. Larry, vacant land and land lots is pretty much the same thing. There is rural land and land lots, but really vacant land and land lots are the same. It's just vacant land sitting there. Trying to lock up some leads.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 5037. 3.
I have a feeling
4,
that this is the
8,
actual owner. I'm gonna
2,
leave a voicemail.
Is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
I was gonna leave a number or a voicemail. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and text you, Mr. Oh. Let me check something. Oh, that is. Let's see.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Mr. Lamb.
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, Mr. Lamb, my name's Kenneth. I was just calling you. I saw you owned a vacant piece of land on Cleveland Street in Jacksonville. Do you still own that property?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Mr. Lamb, would you consider selling that if I could make you an all-cash offer on it?
What is your offer?
Well, what I wanted to do first, I wanted to see if you actually wanted to sell it, and if you did, I was going to come up with some numbers and then make you an offer. Does that work?
Sure.
Great. Let me ask you, how long have you owned that property there?
I think over a year now.
About a year? I saw when I was looking at it online, it looked like there was kind of a house on it. Is that house still there, or was it torn down?
It's still there. I did remodel the house, and it's a rental house right now.
Oh, it's a rental house. Okay. How many bedrooms and bathrooms are on that house?
3 bedrooms and 2 baths.
3 beds and 2 baths. Do you have any tenants in it right now?
Yes.
What are you getting every month in rent from them?
Very low. It's only 800.
800. Okay. That's fine. Are they on a yearly lease, or are they month to month?
Month to month.
Okay. And you said you just remodeled it. Do you know how long the roof has been on it?
Oh, that I didn't do the roof because it's expensive and I didn't do it.
Yeah, roofs are expensive nowadays, man. They're really expensive. Do you know when the last time the roof was replaced, or is it still the original roof?
I don't know, but it looks new to me, but I don't know the date.
That's
Because
that.
when we purchased the property, we bought it with cash and we didn't bother to have an inspection.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, man. I was just curious. Did you upgrade the kitchens and the bathrooms too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So everything's upgraded. Just the roof is the only thing. I was looking. It looks like the roof is fine though. I'm gonna go ahead and get some numbers ran on this, and either today or maybe this time tomorrow, I'll send you a quick email. What is a good email I can send you an offer to?
It will be Tuan TUAN PDX @gmail.com.
Okay, and what was that? It was Twan and PDX.
No, Tuan TUAN, and then PDX, P as Peter, D as David, X as X-ray.
At gmail.com. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious, man. Why did you buy that property? Did you buy it for as a rental?
It's a smaller investment. Yeah, and we like it. It's a good deal, so we bought it.
That's
It
good.
was for like rental, yeah.
That's good, man. Well, let me go ahead and get some numbers together, and we'll see if we can make a deal. If we can, great. If not, we can still be friends. We'll shake hands, but let's go ahead and see what we can do.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds motivated. Sounds like he might sell us that property at a discount. I got a little research to do on it. I didn't realize there was a house on there. It looked like a house, but I'll show you what I mean here. Let me show you. Look at this. I'm like, okay, that looks like a tear down. Like, unless this isn't the property. 1336? 13. Well, maybe that's not it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this has to be it right here. Unless this is it. I don't think that's it. He didn't say it was a duplex. That looks like a duplex to me. This has to be it. How would you remodel that? Well, I guess it's not that bad. Well, guys, that's why it's important when you're doing this to ask questions. Because if I wouldn't have asked questions and I just would have assumed it was just a piece of land, because I was really thinking it might have been this right here, but he's saying it's a house and I can't really make out these numbers. That's 1336. Well, I got a little bit of research to do because I don't know if this is it or not, but I'm assuming it is. It's funny, I've actually been down this road in Jacksonville before. I think there's a school down here. Yeah. Yeah, I used to come down this road all the time looking at houses and stuff when I used to live in Jax. So cool. Let's see what we can do with this property. Looks like we got our lead that I wanted to get live. It took me a little over an hour to do it. That's why I used Mojo Dialer when I was cold calling full time back in the day. Mojo Dialer was the way to go. I would have come across this lead a lot faster if I would have used Mojo. But that's just something to keep in mind, you know, that there's other ways to do this business other than cold calling. But cold calling is still a decent way to go about it if you have the time to do it. I just hate cold calling now. My ADHD just doesn't let me do it a lot of the time. But Larry, I hope I answered that question right. Vacant land and land lots are pretty much the same thing. There's really not a difference. Pretty much when you think of a lot is usually something you can build a house on, and it's usually in a neighborhood with other kind of newer homes. Not even newer homes, it could be older homes in the area. It's just a random piece of land sitting there. So, well, guys, if for anybody that goes through and watches this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of this live code calling again. You'll be able to get kind of a bird's eye view on some of the other things we do as time progresses. I have to see because I pulled to list on list source. That's fine, man. I mean, as long as if you're targeting vacant land, just keep in mind that really any land is going to work for you. It could be acreage or individual lots. I mean, if you pulled something with 20 acres on it, you can wholesale that too. I mean, we do bigger deals like that all the time. So, well, guys, thanks for watching. Come back around, well, I guess on Monday. I'm not going to be doing this tomorrow, but I'll be doing this probably on Monday around this time. And, get busy and close some deals.